All right, welcome back to Fleck Socks, the podcast, episode 285. Today on the show, Momdahmi can't bench 135. Pathetic. Then, helpless girls are being attacked by migrants all over the world, and I'm going to give my theory as to why men aren't stepping up to protect them. Then in Cringe of the Week, we show you what Cracker Barrel should have done with their rebrand. And last but not least, in Urban Decay, we have a black people that keep punching even though the guy is knocked out section that you won't want to miss. All this and more is Fleck Talks, the podcast, episode 285, ranked the best news podcast of all time.
Because words are just words until action actually starts. And actions speak louder than words, but at the same time, words speak louder than actions because sometimes it's the right thing to do. Very cool. Very cool.
It's Fleck Talks, the podcast, featuring Richard Grabboy. All right, one for one on the intro, as always. Guys, picture this. You're stuck in traffic. Your stomach's growling. You're so hungry you can eat an entire steak. But steak isn't portable. Until now. Introducing pocket steaks from Farmer Bill's. Farmer Bill's beef slices are made from whole cuts of beef, air-dried to perfection with a marinade of apple cider vinegar, real spices, and sea salt. It's like a steak in a bag you can take wherever you go. There's nothing more satisfying than red meat when you're hungry, and now you can have it whenever you want. You can get it pre-sliced for on-the-go protein, or you can get it in slab form for snacking at the house. The air-dried steak comes in 4 great flavors. Farmer Bill has garlic and herb, smokehouse, spicy chili, and original. Made with the cleanest ingredients in the meat snack world, and Farmer Bill is a show-watching patriot, so you know the beef is raised by American ranchers. I recommend the bestseller bundle because it comes with a 4-pack sampler, a half-pound slab, 2 jars of the grass-fed tallow bomb, and free shipping. Take an additional 20% off with code FLECKIS20 at checkout. Go to the link in the description or go to farmerbillsprovisions.com. FLECKIS20 is the code for 20%. This stuff is fantastic. I've been eating it nonstop. Highly recommend. And let's support a fellow show watcher. We love Farmer Bill. Thank you to Farmer Bills for sponsoring. Let's get into housekeeping.
Farmer Bill's Provisions, the perfect protein snack.
All right. Thank you to Farmer Bill for sponsoring.
Thank you, Farmer Bill.
And Farmer Bill's got some good things in the works. He's got some new products coming. We'll be telling you guys about it. All right. Happy episode 285, everybody. 285. That's a fine weight.
Wait, that's a fine weight.
Sturdy.
Some people's rock bottom, I would say, but yeah.
Some people can navigate and do pretty fine at 285.
I agree. It's
not ideal.
you should be aiming higher. Yeah, you should be, or lower, I should say.
There's some room for improvement.
But yeah, it's going to be a lot better than episode 315 for sure.
Hopefully no one's 315 at episode 315.
That would be bad.
All right, well, let's get right into it. Speaking of being strong and stuff, as we mentioned in the intro, Momdahmi, he can't bench 135.
This is how you move up in the pole. This is how you move up in the pole. Yeah.
Here's him telling him, hey, make sure you pull it off my chest.
This is how you move up in the pole. Yeah.
And everybody's basically seen this at this point. We just got to show it.
There he goes.
Spotter never takes his hands off.
Spotter gets a workout. Spotter gets some upright rows in.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Let me get one more. Let me get 3.
Leg goes
Let
up,
me get
too.
3. Let me get 3.
Yeah, so that's that. And for the record, Trump benches 405.
I read that. That was on Fox last night.
I was watching this clip, and obviously everyone here can bench 135 as many times as they want. But I was thinking for Momdahmi, this is like a real-life nightmare. Like, imagine you're in the street, you have everyone's attention, there's a massive crowd around you, and they're all cheering for you to bench 135, and you know you can't do it, but they basically force you onto the bench, and now you're doing it.
Like a tunnel of people just pushing you forward. Go.
Just bench 135.
No, and when you say nightmare, not like a nightmare scenario, but like this is someone's recurring dream. Like I show up to a classroom and it's midterms and I haven't studied and I haven't even been to class yet.
You're in the mall in your underwear and you're kind of like running and trying to get somewhere normal and hide.
A stress dream.
Yeah, it's a very much a stress dream. And to extrapolate a little bit more, it's actually a sign that Momdahmi makes bad decisions under pressure.
Yeah.
Because he never should have benched that if he can't bench it. But because everyone was cheering and come on, come on, come on, he's like, okay. And he's caved to peer pressure. And it actually proves that he's physically and mentally weak.
I agree.
You can't do it, you know?
So what would you do if you couldn't bench 135 and a crowd was saying, come on, come on? What would you do?
I would say, I'm supposed to get wrist surgery in October. You say, I'm going to get wrist surgery in October.
You point to your shoulder, you go, I can't bad shoulder.
I benched yesterday.
Yeah, you make something up.
And I mean, obviously, I could bench 135 probably 50 times, even after I separated my shoulder from swinging too hard at the golf simulator.
That happened?
Yeah, I swung too hard with you at the golf simulator. I was just going as hard as I could. And I actually have like a shoulder injury that is the same shoulder injury I had in college, a separated shoulder.
Aggravated it.
But aggravated it.
I believe you that you could bounce 135 off your chest as many times as you want. There's a certain look when he's benching. Like, everybody knows how much people can bench basically from an eyeball. And I was making fun of Ramaswamy's forearms before. I saw him roll up his sleeves, and I was remarking on how bad his forearms looked, like an undeveloped child. So I knew that was coming as soon as I saw this video start to go around. But the fact that he like mismanaged it or didn't know, he had no idea of where he was, is kind of insane to me.
Very insane.
And a misstep. And then Eric Adams is obviously going to take advantage of this.
Yeah, and it just shows how he solves problems. It's like he knows he can't do it, but because everyone's cheering, okay, I'll try. That's bad leadership. That's
politics.
That's like a crowd. That's like a person in the crowd who's just following.
Yeah.
You know, it's a follower. It's not a leader. A leader goes, no, I can't bench 135.
The type of guy who tweets, yes, we need to defund the police in the 2020 mania, and then kind of backtracks later. It's the same type of guy. You saw the same guy.
And as we've mentioned before, according to the stats, Indian men have weaker grip strength than white women.
Yeah.
So what did you think was going to happen?
And I think white people have kind of the strongest grip strength randomly. And that's why they're good at mountain climbing, rock climbing, and shit like that. And then also all the white guys who are like world's strongest man have upper body strength that's better. Black people, obviously, they take sprinting and jumping.
Jumping and sprinting. But we can
white
pick
people have
things up.
pressing.
And we have from farming. We pick things up and we carry it. Farmers carry.
Yeah.
That's
Where do you
us.
think that came from? That's us.
All right, let's get to our next story. Hey, by the way.
Indian people have nothing. I think if you look at them pound for pound on the Olympics, they get like no gold medals. Like the billion population. China, similar population to India, right? Cleans up India in the gold medals. And that's because China kind of picks their games. They go, we're not going to win that, but we can win here.
Yeah.
Table tennis? Yeah. They go crazy. But India doesn't win anything.
And that's because they don't eat the cow or drink the milk.
Yeah.
They're really missing the ball on that one.
Big mistake.
All right, let's get to our next story. And just so you guys know, this episode might go a little long. We have like a packed migrant section and a packed urban, a little light on cringe. So, you know, that's what's coming. We might go long.
All right.
Next story is not a good one. The IRS agents, remember 87,000 IRS agents were fired that Joe Biden hired. Now, apparently, they're getting rehired.
Yeah, the IRS has reversed its layoffs, calling back staff fired, pushed out, or retired early to fill staffing gaps and advance the one big beautiful bill. This marks a sharp reversal from Trump's earlier pledge to rein in the IRS when he blocked Biden's plan for 87,000 new hires, denounced it as an army of auditors, and promised deeper cuts.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
I am not paying taxes.
All right. That's your take on it?
Yeah.
You're standing tall. You're not paying taxes?
I'm not paying taxes.
All right. So look into the camera when you say that.
This is premeditated.
This is going to be used against you.
Audit me.
IRS agent with a gun is coming to your house.
I'm kidding. I always pay my taxes, and I do it through a guy, so it's done correctly. I keep, you know me.
Abadondolo.
You know the receipt drawer?
No. I know you're not keeping track.
You know that receipt drawer?
I know the credit card bill that you start going backwards, the year-to-date summary.
Guys, I have a receipt drawer that's about this big, and when taxes come, I go through with the calculator or one of those...
green hats. He has a green hat. Yeah.
And I do it perfectly, and then I add some just to be safe.
Yeah, just to be generous.
I gotta support.
That sounds like you.
Gotta support the troops. All right, as you guys know, over the weekend, John Bolton had his house raided. That was interesting.
Yeah.
I like it. because I don't like John Bolton, and they already did it to us.
Exactly. I'm agnostic. You're kind of more of an antagonistic, like, I like it, it should happen. I'm just like, whatever. Whatever happens, happens. We're in charge now.
What did he do? Something worthy of getting raided.
Yeah.
And we have a funny before and after from JoJo from Jers. She's some Twitter, like, Democrat influencer type. Can you read her first tweet and then the most recent?
Yeah. Breaking, the feds have raided the home of former Trump DOJ official Jeffrey Clark, who wanted to declare the election illegitimate. Happy fucking Thursday. She's like a middle-aged woman. And then after the John Bolton news, FBI searches the home of ex-Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton as part of classified documents investigation. She says, this is what authoritarianism looks like.
Yeah.
So those types of people who just flip and flop, like, we'll at least be honest. We'll say, hey, we got it now. We like it. Mm-hmm. These people, they try to be some sort of principle, but they never come out and say it like, yeah, anything for my side to win.
Yeah.
We'll at least say that.
We'll at least be honest. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get to our next section, the DC Takeover section. This is weeks in the works now. Yeah. We just have a funny video to start. This guy's trying to stop ICE from cruising through the city.
He's going for his Tiananmen Square moment.
Dean, you couldn't even park your car, dumbass. You couldn't even...
That's embarrassing.
So we get it. They're just opposing ICE, who's like deporting child predators and like the lowest of the low, and they're out there defending it.
And that guy ended up getting arrested, by the way, I believe. So,
good.
Yeah. It's not really time to do the, like, especially with feds these days. I'm sure a lot of state and local police are still like, all right, whatever. You said your piece. Get out of here. But the feds are kind of coming to arrest you, and you can't really stop the car.
Yeah, the feds have a different set of rules they respond to, and you can't do the treatment you've been doing on like local police who just go, I'm not going to deal with this.
Yeah, and then it's actually interesting because a lot of the players are all the same, right? A lot of the 2020 people are back out again, and the stuff they got away with in 2020 is not really going to be acceptable in 2025 under Trump's second administration. Trump's not giving a fuck administration. So I think a lot of these people are going to kind of try the same move, the same playbook, and get a drastically different result, which
I hope so.
You love to see, yeah.
And then Trump's plan and the takeover of D.C. is obviously working, and now he's planning on doing this in other cities.
To do, we have to. And after we do this, we'll go to another location, and we'll make it safe also. We're going to make our country very safe. We're going to make our cities very, very safe. Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent, and we'll straighten that one out probably next. That'll be our next one after this, and it won't even be tough.
That's the point. It won't even be tough because people pretend like, oh, we need, with policing, we need a nuanced fix. You know, it has to be
a mix of social services.
Yeah, it's sophisticated. It's very complicated. And it's
There's socioeconomic factors at risk.
All you have to do is arrest the criminals. They're already doing the crimes, and then you get them. And instead of letting them go, you just keep them in the box.
And then believe me, once you do that, the message spreads around the crime. You know how the word spread about that Chase money glitch, which was actually just check kiting and check fraud? Word's going to spread, hey, they're not letting us out anymore. My cousin Ray, he got 9 months for simple battery. Like, believe me, the word will spread, and people will shape up, right?
Exactly. The word will spread, and then it becomes easier to police.
And that's a big argument from a lot of people on the left, and it's a huge deflection. Like, you look at the murder rates in all these cities, and it's like, wow, why is the murder rate so high in Jackson, Mississippi? 90% black. And then there's a lot of people who are, Fleckis has been arguing with someone online recently. I won't name names, but that's a really common argument for them is, well, it's so multifaceted. It's so complex. There's this hidden thing that you don't really know about and how they grew up and XYZ. And it's like, we're letting criminals out. Criminals need to go to jail, at least as a timeout.
It's not complicated at all.
And remember, the lesson is jail is not rehabilitative. It's take the pest out of society. Some guy who's just a constant criminal, if he's in jail, he's not a constant criminal anymore.
If you went to a baby,
Yeah.
a 4-year-old, and
All right.
said, hey, there's 10 dogs. One dog keeps biting everybody. What do we do with the dog? He
Separate
would go, oh, keep him in the cage.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know if this metaphor is great, but you get the point. And we're not even talking about racially. We're talking about criminals.
Yeah.
And there just happens to be a massive overlapping racial component to criminals.
But as always, no matter what Trump says, even if it's the most common sense thing ever, like this, lock the criminals up, the Democrats will still oppose him and take the opposite side and side with criminals. This woman was carjacked, and look how she replied.
Yeah, she says, Dear Donald Trump, I've been carjacked in Chicago with my arm broken. I still don't want you or your troops here. Thank you in advance. By the way, there are no red hats here. She posts herself smiling with a wrapped arm and took a picture of the brake. So it was a multi-pronged crime where her car is gone and her arm's broken.
My arm's broken. Take that, Trump.
Take that, Donnie, little Donnie.
He needed the car more than I did, clearly.
And this woman ended up getting so much shit. I think she deleted her whole account or made it private or something. Like, that's the level of these people, dude. They don't care. And honestly, someone like this, what rights should you have? Should you be voting? Should you be involved in anything? There should be a husband who speaks for you.
Yeah, and he goes, oh, delete your entire Twitter, honey.
Yeah, maybe
that's
he
what
came
happened.
late. Yeah, he came late into the advice. But yeah, crazy. So this is the level. And Trump, obviously, this is something that we have talked about a lot before the election when we were talking about specifically illegals, and now Trump's using them for more common crime. But National Guard, all these people are on salary. They're already drawing a salary. They're drawing government benefits. They might as well work for something. And the cities are a huge embarrassment now for America, right? Like all these great architecture, great infrastructures, like subway systems, whatever, become kind of like a little ghost towny. And we spent all this money, and all we have to do is enforce our laws a little bit, and then they come back to life. They flourish.
Very true. And we have a clip here of another liberal woman who's very educated. And listen to what she says to this black guy.
Black.
Huh? Say it
That's
again?
what I learned.
Right. What have you learned?
My husband went to Andover, Harvard, and Stanford, and then he ends up in New York, and they treat him like shit.
So what's the message to the black people?
Fuck, kill us. Kill us.
No, we can't do that.
Yeah. Kill us.
So don't worry.
Yeah.
They're trying.
Yeah, they are. They actively are, right?
And I guess this is what you learn from higher education.
Andover.
Stanford, Harvard. You went to boarding school at Andover.
I don't think the young black man with the African-American accent knows what Andover is.
He definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
But that's how they feel. Like, oh, we're so bad and we're so evil. We're horrible colonizers. We ruin everything. We live in the greatest society ever built.
Come kill us. Hey, Trump, I just got carjacked. Who are these people? It's like the worst PR shit I've ever seen. And then Trump's like, all right, we're sending in the National Guard. And then you ignore these like hens and society gets better. When you ignore the hecklers, the people who think like shit, have shit for brains, society gets better. That's it.
It's very true. And then to close this part out, 1,700 National Guard troops will be deployed across 19 states to combat crime and aid deportations.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
You know what? It's not like we're on some golden path up in America. We're not on some awesome trajectory ushering in a new era of American excellence. We've kind of been on a decline. And what do you do when there's a decline? You start experimenting. You start trying things, right? Is the National Guard going to be a permanent change for some of these cities with the DAs waiting to let people out? Maybe not. But we got to try something, right? And that's the way I see it.
I think so too. You made a good point. We're not trying to go from good to great.
Yeah.
We're trying to stop the blood.
Yeah.
And we're trying to put a tourniquet on.
Exactly.
And then we can maybe get this wound sealed up. And then we get the $44,000 hospital bill.
Yeah, keep going with the metaphor. Keep going.
Then we go bankrupt from an accident that we didn't even cause.
Yeah.
Because I don't have health insurance.
That's actually true. I mean, with the way we're spending and shit and the amount of debt we're in.
I have a thing where it's like if you ever get in a medical emergency, instead of using your health insurance or if you don't have health insurance, you just say, I'm from Iran. And they go, oh, okay, we'll put it in the illegal and make up a name, Mohammed. I'm from Iran.
Write it off, yeah.
And then I'll send it to me in the mail. Good luck finding me.
That might work for you. You get a headdress or something.
From Iran.
Yeah, I don't think it'll work for me.
All right, let's close out this part, the DC Takeover section, with just some notes from Bukele. And this is not my advice for America, but this is just showing how Bukele is dealing with the violence. He locked up all the criminals. They're all in jail. And now what do you do when you start rebuilding? This is what he's up to.
El Salvador's education ministry has ordered schools to police discipline at the gates, requiring students to present clean uniforms, neat haircuts, and respectful conduct, with penalties for directors who fail to enforce it.
So that's good. You know, kids are in uniforms and that's clean.
Haircuts.
Here's where it gets a little interesting.
El Salvador bans student haircuts like mohawks and Edgar cuts. El Salvador schools are enforcing stricter rules under Education Minister Carla Trigueros. Students now face grade penalties or community service if they show up with mohawks, Edgar cuts, or sloppy uniforms.
So it takes it a little far where you lose your freedom to express yourself.
Yeah.
Because the crime is so bad. And I want to apply that to America. We mentioned this before, but we are kind of calling for a police state overreaction to what's going on because the current laws aren't being enforced.
Sure.
So it's not about like, oh, there's this loophole and that's why everyone's doing this crime. We have laws in the books that aren't being enforced. Crime has gotten so bad. Now to fix that, we're like cheering in the National Guard and the police being militarized. And that's not the best. All we really had to do the whole time was enforce the laws. Instead, we're like sacrificing our freedoms to get the laws finally enforced.
But there's also part of it, too, where they're not sending federal agents to Lake Forest, Illinois, or the nicest suburb on Long Island, you know? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, it's not really a police state as much as federal enforcement on a precision level. And it just happens that every major city is a piece of shit these days, crime-wise, in specific neighborhoods.
So I agree. And
Like,
it's a slippery slope, but it's not sliding yet.
Yeah, exactly.
We're okay.
I'm not worried about it. That's my thing. And this is the sort of thing that won't happen. Is there an equivalent that it could be used on? I mean, like COVID, federal law enforcement with a COVID type thing?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't see the flip side. Not a lot of right-wingers murdering each other or constantly doing armed carjackings. Mm-hmm. You know, it's public crime. It's random crime.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I don't know.
I'm not worried yet until Trump says there's no Caesar haircuts or whatever.
Yeah, there's theory, Edgar. There's theory, and you really want an Edgar cut.
I wanted an Edgar cut bad.
I just say there's theory versus practice, and we're stepping over a line theory-wise, but practice-wise, I really have no problem.
Yeah, me too.
And, all right. And maybe that's bad. Maybe that's bad.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Test me.
Okay, let's get to our next story. And we're going to go faster through this because we're running out of time already. We're going to be going long today, guys. That's just how it is.
All right. COVID linked to heart problem in women, study reveals.
What?
And this was a study of, I think, 2,400 people. And then it was statistically insignificant for men. So it was just women who were bad at this.
But we've also heard that the vaccine was bad for young men. And I think this is the vaccine. They're saying COVID, but everyone got vaccinated. So it's kind of the vaccine. And I was looking at this post that Alex Jones made from over the weekend, and he said by 2028, everyone who got the vaccine is going to die. But 70% of the vaccines were just salt water. So if you do the math, if you got one, you're probably fine. If you got two, it's 50-50. And if you got three or more, you're gone.
According to Alex Jones' Twitter post, that rung true to you.
Yes.
Okay.
And here's where it gets a little interesting. If this is true, which I hope it's not, but if this is true, we can kind of get America back. Imagine like all the Democrats.
It's like Americans who got vaccinated to keep their jobs, and then the illegals are here. So there's a backfire.
But it's like, imagine if like all the ones that are really, really vaccinated to the max.
Who got boosters after they needed to for their jobs.
Like those are the ones who are going to go.
Yeah.
And they're out of here. And then we deport all the illegals. Maybe there's like 100 million of us at the end, and it's like a sick country again.
New golden age. All right,
and we just run shit.
It's a pipe dream.
All right. Speaking of killing us with the COVID vaccines, the ADL has now classified the phrase "Hail Christ" as hate speech.
Yeah, shockingly. And Hail Christ or Hail Christ, it is typically used by adherents of the racist and anti-Semitic religious sect known as Christian Identity. So they have to add it to their database, put it in my computer. Can't say this combination of words again.
And then HC is 8-3, and they say, oh, it alludes to 8-8, which is HH.
Stretch.
It's
Looking
a
for
stretch. So, oh, you Hail Christ? What do you hate Jews? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
And we've mentioned this, but there is a way of looking at this where they do this on purpose so they get actual hate. So then when they get actual hate, they can go, look how much we're being hated. We need more money. We need more support. We need more censorship. We need more representation. We need more power.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what all this is. And then we have like a list here. This isn't all of it, but of things that are anti-Semitic.
Yeah, some terms that the ADL now classifies as hate speech: America First, which we covered, noticing, race realism, remigration, juice, never lose your smile.
Noticing, and then race realism. It's like, no.
You can't acknowledge race.
You cannot talk about that because that's how we destabilize the West.
For sure.
All right, let's get to our next story. Speaking from like the COVID thing we just talked about, you might be thinking, oh, if everyone dies from the vaccine, at least the lines at Six Flags won't be that long.
Okay, I wasn't thinking that, but
it's not even true. The lines are already gone because no one goes to Six Flags anymore. We have a story.
Yeah, Six Flags slow summer leads to $100 million in losses as investors launch an investigation into fraud at parks. And, some people say more signs of the consumer tapping out. The American consumer is a little stretched from all this inflation we've been experiencing over the Biden administration and has continued. We haven't had deflation, so we're just dealing with the same prices. And Six Flags had 1 million fewer visitors in Q2 and lost $100 million.
Yeah, well, what do they expect? The money's gone. No one can buy a house. They gave all the money to the third worlders to put them in hotels.
I think there's something else at play here, which is I remember some stories of roving bands of teenagers starting fights at Six Flags.
Teenagers with backpacks.
The Carnival Cruisification, the Spirit Airlinesification of Six Flags.
That definitely plays into it.
I think played a part, yeah.
No one wants to go to Six Flags. Like everything in society is fucked up. And it's like, oh, you want to go fast on King Dakar with fat Hispanics and people with turbans and aggressive teenagers with backpacks?
No, I don't. And that's actually something I've been seeing. A lot of people are talking about Las Vegas, and I haven't been to Six Flags in a while because the guy I would go with, you're too big to go on the rides. So I'm just kidding. I just haven't gone, but I'm sure you could fit fine. There's the last latch. You know the last latch.
It goes
one click. Yeah, one
You're
click.
good. Are you sure? Yeah.
Plus size park hoppers. But so Vegas, Six Flags, a lot of places like this, Disney, we've talked about how expensive it is. I constantly see content online for people who are like Vegas insiders or whatever, because that's kind of a leading indicator of the health of the economy. Like people go to Vegas if there's excess money in the economy a lot of times. And a lot of these places just nickel and dime you everywhere. Vegas, it kind of used to be like $7.99 prime rib, all you can eat dinner. And now everything's expensive. It's like $35 for a cocktail or whatever. And I wonder if that same sort of thing is happening on Six Flags, right?
I went to Six Flags like 10 years ago and I bought a speed pass and then there were lines on the speed pass line.
Yeah. So they're segmenting the consumer into various groups. Like you're Gen Pop. You got the speed pass. You have the super speed pass. And I just feel like they're milking all they can out of it. And then as America's gotten more fat, Latino, and black, it's a less joyous experience for the family.
It definitely is. And the peak for Six Flags was when they had that old man doing the dancing commercial.
Yeah.
And they made him trans.
Yeah, he's trans now.
So no one wants to go see that.
He's a teacher, believe it or not.
All right, well, that's the end of that. We are now moving on to our migrant section.
All right.
First thing there is the truck driver, the Indian truck driver who killed a family of 3. There's now a petition to free him.
Yeah, over 1.6 million people signed Punjabi youth petition to free illegal U-turn trucker. So 1.6 million people are saying free him?
And then a lot of people are making videos saying it was an accident. He did not mean to do this.
And it just shows you it's like almost 100% Indian people and then like one white woman who's like, yeah, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
Kill us.
Keep driving on the put it back on the road.
Yeah.
And then we have another clip here. This is just another Indian truck driver, and his truck looks like shit. The tires are low. It's all dirty. The tires are low. And then you look at the back, one of the tires are just completely missing off the axle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It still drives.
That's roadworthy, right?
It's raining. It was wet.
Coming to a family of 6 near you.
And another
Stay away from the minivans.
Yeah. And another Indian thing, which I didn't know, culturally, they like to stand very close in line.
Some Hispanic guy and an Indian guy is next to him, nuzzled up.
He likes it.
I think there's something where it reminds him of home. He's old. He's an older Indian guy, so he's really used to it. And standing in line next to someone like that is the equivalent of being like swaddled as a baby.
It's like a weighted blanket.
Yeah, it's comfortable for him. He likes it. It gives him like a sense of, oh, there's body heat in front of me. It means I'm in line.
He's part of the group.
No cuts.
Yeah, you can't. You literally can't. All right, let's get to our next story. A Chinese spy was caught. He was in our Navy.
U.S. Navy sailor Jin Chao Patrick Wei, 25, was convicted of spying for China. He was found guilty on 6 counts, including espionage, for sharing sensitive U.S. warship and marine details for $12,000. Recruited by Chinese intelligence in 2022, Wei faces life in prison at his December sentencing, per New York Times. So he was given over some blueprints to our warships. China was, for some reason, interested in those, knowing exactly how they work, weak points.
And they knew to talk to Jin Chao Wei. They knew to reach out to him.
Yeah. And actually, a funny part of this story that is not in the tweet, apparently his mother encouraged him to commit this espionage, which we talked about it last episode or something, treason. You hang people like this, right? But then I guess the worry is that other countries will hang your spies. So we kind of keep it a little light. Whatever.
Let him do the treason.
But his mom was encouraging him to do this and said, oh, you can maybe get a good government job in China after you steal all the U.S. secrets.
He's industrious.
So it's kind of like a family thing. And it's always the people you least expect. Jin Chao Wei.
Yeah.
25, the Chinaman.
He was tiptoeing around. Yeah, call me Patrick.
Dun, 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 dun.
How do you even build one of these things?
What are those sensitive files? I need to make sure where to avoid. I don't want to stumble upon those sensitive files.
I'm going to photocopy this. Is that okay? Just for me.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our next story. It's kind of a bad Somali section. Jacob Frey was in a primary election and he lost, and now he's saying they cheated, and I believe him.
This is not a scenario where you need to take my word for it.
Minneapolis.
As the state party said, and as the investigation showed, this was a process that was rife with errors and misconduct. Hundreds of people didn't get counted out of hundreds of votes in total. There was an entire ward where nobody knew who the ward delegates were. The whole thing went missing. I don't know. We still don't know exactly how they became to the determination based on that ward. The data itself was given to the other campaigns and they were allowed to edit it.
They're allowed to edit the data?
So
and then a whole ward got thrown out.
Yeah, so Omar Fateh won that nomination, but it has since been rescinded, I believe, because of this fraud and miscalculation and double tabulation. So the Somalis are trying to grab power in Minneapolis, and it doesn't look like they're doing it in a democratic way, maybe Somali Democrat way.
Yeah, it's not the most sophisticated operation. It sounds like there was like a Jacob Frey ward and they go, throw it away.
Yeah, give it to the Somali. Double count the Somali, throw away him. I count it.
Yeah, but they cheated and that's not a big deal where they come from.
Yeah.
Which is pretty scary.
100%.
And Jacob Frey's learning the hard way and maybe it doesn't even matter. Maybe they steal an election again.
Yeah.
We have another story about Somalis in Minnesota. Can you read that one?
Yeah, this was the guy who had raped or sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl And the mosque wrote a letter on his behalf asking for leniency. So this is a continuation of that story. Prosecutors say Somalis in Minnesota are threatening to murder the mother of a 12-year-old girl who was kidnapped and sexually assaulted by Kwaline Ibrahim Diri. The victim's mother stated that she and her family have been receiving death threats from within the Somali community.
So they are sending death threats to the victim's family, and obviously rape is not a big deal to them. And this is the part that's kind of sketchy. A Somali rapist versus a white victim, the Somalis side with the rapist instead of the victim.
Yeah.
Well, that should kind of give you an idea of who we're dealing with and give you another reason as to why no one should be here from there.
Well, the Joe Biden's America with all these ethnic enclaves, it's not right or wrong. It's ethnic solidarity or not my ethnic solidarity. You see 1.6 million people signing a petition for a truck driver who killed 3 in an egregious error. You see Somalis giving death threats because one of their guys who's not even like of good character, or he's not a high-ranking Somali guy. He's just a Somali. And they're willing to do death threats. So it's more ethnic solidarity than it is right or wrong these days. And I don't really want to live in an America like that, period.
And then if you play back like the woman that we spoke about before who said, kill us.
Yeah.
So it's like every ethnic group gets to have solidarity even when they're defending a rapist.
Yeah.
And then for white people, you can't have ethnic solidarity even if it means cracking down on crime in a city.
Yeah, and white people we've shown are the least, show the least in-group preference these days. Like, we're worn down. And
not me. I'm an outlier on that graph.
Honestly, I am too. And like, if I'm going to hire someone or I'm going to, I need a job done, I'm not calling the Ibrahim Duri trucking or something. I'm calling Johnson or somebody like that.
Yeah, if Ibrahim Duri works on my truck, I take the gun out before. Mm-hmm. All right, we have another thing about Somalia here that I thought was very interesting. Somalia has 300 days of sunshine a year, beautiful coastline, a strategic trade location, and arable land. What did Somalians choose to do with all these resources?
Yeah, it's fascinating because they're northern-ish. They're on the Horn of Africa, so it's not like completely dry, useless land. They have access to like the Horn of Africa, stuff that shipping has to go past. And what do they do with that? They pirate.
They do.
We try to hold people for ransom for 10 grand a pop.
They petty steal. They have nothing. And it's almost like we should go colonize that. We should come in and say, hey, here's the rules. They're very strict. Lock up everyone who breaks them. Steal all their natural resources.
Yeah. I'm getting really tired of certain ethnic groups. And it's very interesting how certain ethnic groups are doing kind of all the bad stuff in different places, right? Mm-hmm. Muslims, Somalis. And Somalis are Muslims too. And Indians, they're taking over little segments of America. Oh, Dearborn, Michigan. Oh, Minneapolis. Oh, the trucking industry. H-1Bs. I'm getting really sick of these certain groups.
Me too.
Yeah.
We have bad news on the AI front. ICE has contracted Palantir for $30 million to develop Immigration OS, an AI and data-driven platform designed to identify, track, and deport certain non-citizens. And it's happening by next month.
Yeah. You don't like that?
I don't like AI facial recognition because it's the same thing. We're giving up our rights to, let's get the illegals out of here. Use AI and get them all out. But then it's like, well, we have illegal immigration laws. We had a border. It's illegal to cross the border, but we didn't do that. We didn't enforce it. And now we're overreaching our freedoms and installing facial recognition in all the cities to get rid of them when all we had to do was enforce the law the first time.
I get that.
So that's the frustrating part.
Yeah.
But hopefully it gets resolved and then we stop doing it.
Yeah.
Like the Patriot Act.
Yeah. That's classic.
Just to help with the
government always gives the power back after they get the job done, right?
Like COVID. Yeah. Then we have a tweet from Newt Gingrich before we get into our European migrant section.
He said, as we debate legal immigration as opposed to illegal immigration, it is well to remember that the Union Army, which preserved the Union in the Civil War, was about 1/4 of the entire army without the 200,000 Germans, 150,000 Irish, 45,000 British, 50,000 Canadian, and tens of thousands from smaller groups. The United States would have failed and the South would have succeeded in seceding and preserving slavery. We owe a lot to our legal immigrant neighbors.
Those were good immigrants.
Those are all, you just named like 4 Western European immigrant countries. So that's another thing a lot of people do is they say legal immigrants, like I got the right paperwork, and then somehow they're all going to be exactly the same and assimilate. And
they all go
American.
under the immigrants umbrella.
Yeah, when it's in fact a very specific group of 4 Western countries, right? Western European
that
countries.
are all compatible. And then the funny thing is, if we did those numbers today, 200,000 Germans, 50,000 Canadians, 50,000 Irish people, it'd be all Somalis again.
Yeah,
it'd be all
the
Indians
Africans.
and Somalis and Africans.
The phrase Germans doesn't have the same pull as it used to, right?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
All right, well, now we are in our girls under attack section. This is a tough section. This is still migrants. We're going to start with America. We have 2 stories out of America. First, this girl was harassed while she was walking to the gym.
I'm literally like on the verge of having a panic attack because I just got sexually harassed walking to the gym. Oh, it pisses me off so bad because you like can just be doing anything as a woman and like someone will just fuck with you, and it was so messed up too. Like I was walking and this guy parked and I didn't even think he was parking for me, but then he was like waving at me from behind and I could hear him talking to me, but I was pretending to listen to my headphones, but then he like followed me and he stopped in front of me and I was like, what? And he says really slow too. He said it so calm, which is what's fucked up. He said, excuse me miss, my English isn't that good. And I was like, okay. And I just like I had this weird feeling because he followed me for so long. He says, excuse me miss, my English isn't that good. And then he asks to watch me go to the bathroom.
All right. Not the best opener.
Yeah, definitely not. Not good English, so you're painting a picture in your head of what the average migrant who's not good at English looks like.
And if you think about it, like, the migrant has no chance with this girl.
That's what I'm saying.
But he's still approaching, and he's still, like, following and getting in front of and getting close to and even asking the vulgar things. What's next? Like, oh, come with me, or grabs her wrist. Like, you know? You're dealing with someone who's not of this country in the mental way.
Yeah, even a migrant knows that this college girl with lipstick and the Lululemon gyms get up, hot, probably does squats. She goes to the gym, spends 40 minutes on her butt.
Causes a scene.
Goes crazy at the gym. Even the migrant knows that's out of my league. And he still goes up and asks to watch her go to the bathroom.
He shoots the long shot and says, can I watch you go to the bathroom? It's like, well, do you think that was going to work? One in 500,000, 1 in 5 million.
Yeah, even more. Astronomical. Like DNA odds. Like 1 in 3 trillion. And this girl goes on to say that nobody helped her. There were 2 passerbys, a woman walking her dog who didn't want anything to do with it, and then a guy who didn't help her out. So
that's America these days.
Yeah, the migrant gets to assault and run, and she makes the social media of it.
Yeah.
Do you think you obviously would have intervened? I obviously would have said, hey, are you okay? Is this migrant bothering you?
Yeah.
Hey, ma'am, is this migrant giving you a hard time?
We would have intervened. It's not even a big deal.
Imagine helping her and then like being like, whew, man, that's what's America coming to these days? I'm glad I got you out of there. Can I watch you go to the bathroom?
Can I watch you go to the bathroom? I'm white.
I'm a regular guy. I speak English.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
We should get a drink. All right, yeah. It's a good intervening season, too. If you're a normal guy,
for sure.
Like, that sets you apart. That's what a good man does. And I'm going to get to why this is all happening, but I need to show the other attacks.
Okay.
This one is more serious and it's very horrible.
Yeah, this one's dark.
Palm Beach County grand jury has indicted 27-year-old Josue Mendez Salas and 23-year-old Pablo Cabon Mendez on multiple counts of sexual battery on a child under the age of 12. Both men, originally from Guatemala and living in West Palm Beach, were recently arrested after the 7-year-old victim bravely came forward. Investigators say the abuse was not only frequent, but brutal. The child was reportedly sexually abused almost every day and beaten with a belt.
From Guatemala, living in West Palm.
It's like one of the nicest zip codes, one of the nicest areas there is.
Yeah.
And this girl was 7 years old. I don't think they mentioned the age. They just said under the age of X. 7 years old.
7.
So,
and these are the guys. We need these guys here. They just want a better life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is who you're dealing with. And we're going to go to Europe for our next two clips. This white girl gets attacked by a mob.
Get out now!
Very sad. And it's men and women. So you think if it was like a girl fight, maybe a man comes in and goes, hey, break it up, or the men in the group might try to stop it. They're in on it too.
That's less migrant, more urban. That's probably second generation migrant. They all had the little English accents, but
it's
they
not it's not stock UK.
Of course, of course.
In our next clip, girls getting attacked by migrants. This girl is, I believe, 13 years old, and she's carrying a knife and a hatchet to defend herself. And look how it goes down.
You don't dare!
Yes, you have a knife.
You don't! Hey, I'm fucking profit! You're fucking bad and
Why are you fucking with us?
These are fucking kid bashers!
Show the knife. Show the knife.
Get
Show
the
the knife.
fuck away from us!
Show the knife. Show the knife.
Don't touch her!
That's it. That's it. Show the knife.
Don't touch my little sister!
Show the knife. That's it.
Don't fucking touch my little sister! She ain't fucking 12! Where's her fucking catching me? She's fucking 12 and you just battered me, mate! Where's my fucking catching me?
So other girl screams, don't touch my fucking sister. She's 12.
Yeah.
And he acts like he was right and like getting her in trouble and filming her pull the knife out like she was going to get in trouble. And I saw on Twitter that she was arrested for carrying the knife and the hatchet. And that is...
What a healthy society where a 12-year-old girl is carrying multiple weapons because of what she faces, like walking to and from places she should be.
Yeah.
You know, school, after school sports, whatever a 12-year-old does. I think I need a hatchet and a knife. What do you think happened the past 2 weeks for her to make the decision to carry a hatchet and a knife?
So true. And we spoke earlier about nightmare scenarios. This is like a nightmare. Imagine your child is away from you and alone, and there's like a full-grown man touching her and pursuing her, and she's like yelling for help, and you're not there, and no one can help her.
Yeah.
And then you even see that guy walk by, and he is no help either.
Yeah.
And someone on Twitter...
Oh, I should mind my business. That's a migrant. They're protected, right?
Yeah, literally. And it's like you're so cooked that like a girl in trouble against a full-grown man doesn't like trigger the, whoa, something's going on here. I need to help.
Yeah.
And then someone replied on Twitter. Can you read that?
Mate, the fact that this little girl has not one, but 2 deadly weapons on her, in my opinion, is more the concern here.
Yeah. So obviously the reason that is to defend herself.
Yeah.
And that guy writes, oh, deadly weapons. What's going on here?
It doesn't happen in a vacuum, right?
It's pretty pathetic.
Yeah.
And there is an interesting dynamic here too, because more people are becoming right-wing as they see things like this or have personal experiences like this. But then also the migrants are going to start voting too. So you can't really vote your way out.
Or second-gen migrants.
Yeah.
Ones who actually are born there or have voting rights, yeah.
So long game, you can't vote your way out of this. This is our final clip from this mini section. And then I'm going to give you my theory as to why this is happening. This woman is like a police commissioner or whatever, and they set up sexual assault tents at a concert.
A safer space event where women and girls who might feel sort of vulnerable in carnival, unfortunately there are incidents of sexual assaults, can go and be supported in those areas. And again, just working with the partners to make sure that we can deliver a safe, secure carnival. We're working a lot with other agencies as well, so emergency services supported by the City of London Police and also British Transport Police.
So they're setting up tents for people who are sexually assaulted at the carnival instead of just arresting the people doing the assaulting.
They know it's going to happen. They just need to have a place afterwards. Just come on down after the migrants kind of grope you.
Yeah.
And, we'll talk to you or we'll say nice things to you. Instead of preventing the crime, they react to it, right?
Yeah. And they just assume that's just going to happen. And I have a theory, and I've kind of maybe mentioned this in the past as to why it's gotten so bad. But the reason this has gotten to this point and men haven't stepped in to intervene is because they've chemically poisoned the Western man and lowered their testosterone so much. So throughout history, the bad guys have tried to take over, but they always met resistance from good, strong men. But now they lowered the testosterone levels of all of the people that could potentially resist to the point where they can do their plan with no resistance. And they flooded our countries with third world trash and took, doing things to our women and taking our resources, and no one even reacts. Like that girl's yelling, holding a knife, saying, "Get the fuck away from me. Stop touching me and my sister." And then the guy's walking with his backpack and he's just going through the park. There's no fight in him.
Yeah, for sure. And there's, I think that's part of it. And then there's also this fear of brutal repercussions. Imagine you're the first guy who tries to administer some justice, extrajudicial justice in England. They're going to send you to jail for 25 years. So,
but there's a thing too where like that fear of repercussions is also a low testosterone thing. Where back in the day, it's like, I don't care. I'm doing what's right. And if I have to be a martyr, I'm not going to let someone do this and hurt this person.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone's just kind of scared and they got clumped into groups. And it's like, well, someone else will stand up. And it hasn't. And then we actually have a story here out of Austria. Sharia law is the law in Austria now.
Kind of.
Sharia law is now valid in Austria. In a landmark legal decision widely condemned by locals, the court ruled that a contract made between two businessmen using Sharia law is valid in the country. One of the parties had taken the case to the court, pointing out Sharia's arbitrary nature, often being subject to wildly differing interpretations by scholars, and its fundamental violation of Austrian law and its principles. But the court slapped the argument down, explicitly stating the Sharia agreement didn't contradict Austrian values.
So Sharia is okay in Austria.
Yeah. So the Sharia-based contract between two Muslim people, Austrian court ruled. Yeah. That's ironclad.
Yeah. Not good.
First acknowledgement in the court for that country, I believe.
Yeah, so that's the end of the migrant section. Before we do move on, there is some hope. There are some like nationalist revivals going on in the UK and in Germany. You can see they're raising the flag and painting the flag on the sidewalks. So there are some like nationalists kind of bubbling up, but it's not where it needs to be.
And it's been a theme of the last couple of episodes is asking like, when is enough? When do you kind of like do something? And I think maybe that was Ireland with the 12-year-old girl, the 13-year-old girl, right? With the knives and the hatchets. There's going to be something that pops up, like a white version of George Floyd, basically, that makes a country chimp out. And it might go contagious. I don't know, in Europe. Europe's in big trouble if nothing happens. London, England in particular, Germany in particular. And there's a lot of able-bodied men out there. I know you say the testosterone piece, but like there's still people with some fight. And Gen Z young men, if they get organized in a way, I think something could happen. I don't know.
I hope so.
I'm not black-pilled. I'm holding out hope, but something needs to happen soon, right?
Yeah, I'm more black-pilled on Europe. I think it's toast.
All right.
And it probably will get ugly. All right, we're moving on to our final page of housekeeping where I can say whatever I want. Make sure you guys use the opportunity to click the post up. Let's juice the algo. Leave a like, leave a comment, then comment again, then start yapping. P.O. Box needs to be full. Notifications need to be on. Old episodes need to be watched. And the link to this episode needs to be sent to the boys in the group chat.
All right.
All right, first things first. Deer wars.
Mutated animals are gripping the US in a bizarre warts-like outbreak. Deer across the country have been spotted with tumour-like growths hanging off their bodies. These deer join the likes of rabbits and squirrels who have showed signs of similar viruses in recent months.
Like I said, there's something going on with the animals.
Yeah.
Like I said.
M. Night Shyamalan shit.
Squirrels, rabbits, deer. It's going to be humans next.
Those are kind of the big three on animals you see out and about, right?
Yeah, big three for sure.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Keep an eye on that. If it jumps to humans, we're in trouble.
Okay.
All right, next we have Asian desserts. So he's cutting the bread. He's filling
This is Japanese, specifically Japanese.
Japanese.
Tons of sugar in with the eggs. Mix it up like crazy. Milk, vanilla. Dump it over the bread. Big spongy bread.
They're going to soak it up.
Soak it up, yep. And then they bake it.
Looks...
Put whipped cream.
Yeah.
Big stick of butter. Powdered sugar and stuff.
Look at that.
Yeah. That's good.
That's not bad. And
I sent this to you.
And they're not trying to be a migrant.
They're not.
They got their own thing going.
They're swinging away on their own little side projects.
They live in the mainland.
Yeah. I like Japan. Japan has some culinary, they try. They're trying new shit. You never see big puffy toast like that in America.
Yeah, Japan, they
soaking it, dipping it.
They say, hey, throw the rules out the window. We're gonna innovate here.
Yeah.
I have some notes from my birthday weekend. You want to hear them?
Do I?
I had a first. The first time I ever heard, well, maybe not the first time ever, but it was a rare thing. We went out to lunch at the steakhouse, hearing thunder at a restaurant. That was rare. I don't know how often you guys ever hear thunder at a restaurant.
That was the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. He said that to me, and I go, no. I just go, no.
And I'm writing it down on my notes.
And he wrote it down on the notepad app. Oh, I'll bring that up on the show. I'm like,
I don't think I've ever heard thunder at a restaurant.
You've never been in a restaurant when it was storming?
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
I don't leave the house when it storms.
You just don't have a memory. You don't have a memory.
All right, number 2, the plunger. Where's
you need that.
Where does the plunger go?
It's on the ground. It kind of sucks. Yeah.
Where? Next to the toilet?
Yeah. Sometimes you got like a plate or something, but yeah, you don't want to have a plunger out because people know you're shitting big.
That's what I'm saying.
You have a
for something you use once a quarter.
Even less for me.
You leave it next to the toilet 24/7, so now your whole bathroom is like all eyes on the thing that touched shit.
I agree.
That's bad vibes.
That's very bad vibes. You need to tuck it away.
Go in the hall closet with it.
Okay, that's fair. I think people do.
You got the plunger out? What, do you need it right now? No. Then why are we looking at the shit plunger?
Everyone thinks about how big are the shits you take. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
For something you use every other day.
All right, you're getting better.
All right, number 3. I watched the Superman movie over the weekend. $25 rent. Could have bought it for $29, and I said, no deal.
You're so bad.
I'm saving money.
Did it suck?
It was bad.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know what good Superman is. But, they start the movie off, and he's flying in the North Pole, right? And he lost a fight, and his face is all beat up. He has like a cut on his nose. He has a bruise on his eye. He's all fucked up.
Okay.
But then he's going like this, and he's flying, going like 200 miles an hour in the North Pole.
Icy eyebrows, should have.
That would be fucking horrible. That'd be freezing.
I get that, yeah.
And it's like, oh, if you got a black eye.
So who beat him up? Was Kryptonite nearby when he got beat up, and that's why his systems were weakened?
It was a different meta-human.
Okay.
That's what they call him. He's getting beat up. Superman doesn't get beat up.
That's what I thought.
Usually it's he can't help, and the other guy does his plan against people. Very rarely does Superman get beat up.
Okay.
All right. Final thing. I got a clip from the weekend. I went to the beach with Jerry and Rob. Here it is.
Yeah.
There's us just chilling.
That's good shit.
That was real fun.
Yep.
That was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right. That is the end of housekeeping. We're now moving on to Cringe of the Week. All right. Our first clip of Cringe is, I have written down Fat Liberal Pig.
That's what I have too.
Just in case we aren't on the same wavelength, let's get on the same wavelength. People shouldn't have to work to prove their value to you. In fact, people shouldn't have to work. People should want to work, and I want to work, and I do work. But it's like, no amount of working is ever going to be enough to prove that I'm not disabled, and no amount of work is going to make me not disabled. It's like I can only fucking do so much. And it's like, motherfuckers will know literally not one thing about you and be like, jobless. Like, that's an insult.
Yeah. So I don't think she's on the same wavelength as anybody.
Well, actually, a small group of leftist Redditor types, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all in cahoots.
And then my main point and main takeaway for this video is, you notice how she has the long nails on one hand?
Yeah.
We know which hand's the wipe hand.
Ugh. Disgusting.
And she's talking about like her job. Well, she goes on to say that like she doesn't work at the grocery store anymore. Grocery store probably replaced her with some migrant, and they're happy about it.
I know. Well, you just see like people looking like a version, like picture someone who would just constantly complain about work online And you'd start picturing the nose ring, the stupid glasses, the dumb tattoos. She looks exactly what I expected her to talk about.
I'm assuming she has hairy armpits.
Yeah, disgusting.
And you look like a clown, usually is an insult.
Yeah.
She went for looking like a clown.
Yeah, she likes it. A lot of, I don't know, I know you just wanted to do the which hand she wipes with joke, and that's why this made it into the show. But a lot of these people, these leftists and stuff, they get on their soapbox about should, and this shouldn't be, and that shouldn't be. When it's just like, you're going against like base level human nature. Like, I shouldn't have to work, and then my value shouldn't be on what I provide. And it's like every single interaction you have on Earth, there's some back and forth. This guy makes me laugh, and that's why I like him. Or that's my husband, and then he works for the family, and I stay at home, and that's great. Like, there's quid pro quo basically in every relationship ever.
Yeah, it's everything is somehow boils down to like what you can do, what you can provide, what you offer, who you are.
And sometimes that's just, he's funny. I like him. I like hanging out with him. That's good vibes. Or that girl, oh, she's hot. She's hot. You know? I mean, it's really simple. And they spend a lot of time thinking about what should and shouldn't be instead of like trying to make the best of their conditions. It's like hoping and dreaming and wishing. And what would the perfect utopia be? One where I don't work, obviously. One where I don't need to get a job, but someone keeps giving me money. And then it's like, who's that? Who's that quid pro quo? Mm-hmm. What's the value that person gets for giving you the money? Oh, there's none, but that's how we need to restructure society. Okay, pig. That's why you're labeled fat liberal pig.
Yeah. And exactly, like that person doesn't have any skills, can't really do anything, not better than anyone else at anything. So all they did was just like ruin themselves physically and then complain.
Yeah.
It's like that's the other route.
There's a lot of should, and there's not a lot of here's what I'm doing differently. Yeah. Here's how I changed my family relationships or something. It's just this should be. Mm-hmm. And that's just whining, you know?
And it's whining from the bottom quintile.
Mm-hmm. Bad.
And that's not who we need to listen to. All right, next we have sign language at the train station in, I believe, England. And look what it's doing.
It's got a sign language interpreter.
Sign language interpreter on the train schedule, and you're blocking the times.
He's blocking the numbers, like 20% of the screen at the beginning.
And no one's using this. No deaf person is looking up and getting information.
It's written. It's all written. The sign, everyone's looking at the sign. So I don't know what he's signing. Maybe the PA announcements or something, which are duplicate information of what's on the sign.
Just don't stand too close to the track.
These sign language guys, they're taking ground.
Yeah.
We've been covering this for a long time. Fleckus thinks most of them are faking it and aren't even real.
And that's how they brought everyone into the woke stuff initially. Because once you start having the sign language guy, it makes everyone feel bad and sad. Like, oh, some people can't hear. Yeah. I need to be more cognizant of that. I need to prioritize victims and people who are disabled. And
Migrants.
It makes you feel bad. And then it's like, oh, well, migrants are kind of at a disadvantage too, or Black youth are at a disadvantage too, and you kind of think of everyone but yourself, and then all those groups eventually carjack you.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Where do they go next? Where's the next ground that they take?
Maybe
movie theater?
Maybe all the odd...
In the movie theater, bottom right corner of like a Christopher Nolan movie that's shot perfect, and the guy's just like ruining it, the cinematography. Yeah.
He's dead.
I don't know where.
Yeah, I don't know where. Hopefully nowhere else. We have some new trans stats for kids. Not good.
This was like a big paper that came out or a big study or something, big survey at least. It says an estimated 2.8 million Americans over the age of 13, including 724,000 youth aged 17 or under, identify as transgender. Young adults ages 18 to 24 are significantly more likely to identify as transgender at 2.72%. compared with 0.42% of those ages 35 to 64 and 0.26% of those 65 and older.
Transgender for everybody.
Everybody transgender. And 2.72% for the 18 to 24. Those people got bamboozled and were born at the wrong time like crazy.
Yeah. And if you look at the averages, it's like for a group that's like less than 1% of the population, they ruin a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Outsized impact, negative impact.
Bud Light, Jaguar, UPenn swim team, Bruce Jenner.
A lot of high school teams, girls sports. Yeah.
They just take everything, and it's like not even 1 out of 100 people, and they ruin everything. It's kind of crazy.
Dark.
But we do have some uplifting news within that.
I saw one.
You recently?
Yeah, this weekend.
What was he doing?
Sitting there.
Just sitting there?
Actually, you know what? Kind of an Americana moment. I think I saw the same guy twice, and it's like a guy acting like a lady, but he's huge, obviously a man. I saw some guys riding by on some scooters downtown St. Pete, and then I hear the guys go, "Yeah, that's a dude," and they're going right past me as I'm walking. And then I turn and I look, and then I say, "Oh, there it is, the trans."
That's cool.
So like the guys are like out drinking and going, "Oh, that's a dude," still clowning on himself.
Hey, it's 1995 somewhere.
Exactly.
That's
Feels
pretty
good.
nice. With the trans stuff, there is actually a loophole. Someone's going to jail. A neo-Nazi's going to jail, but he says he identifies as a woman now, and they have to listen.
Yeah, this guy was in Germany. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he called trans people parasites and burned pride flags on social media. And now he's going to jail for 18 months for hate speech and trying to sell a baseball bat as a deportation aid. I don't really know the specifics of that. But basically, he said, "I'm a woman now," signed some paperwork, and is trying to get transferred to a women's prison for an easier time.
And he threw some lipstick on.
And there's the picture of the guy. Yeah, good for you.
He's got nail polish and lipstick on, and he goes, "I'm a woman," and they're kind of like, "Fuck, we have to abide."
Chinese finger trap. I hope she gets the prison she deserves.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
All right, our next clip is a woman who's doing a cleanup after her dog's shit everywhere.
Clean with me as a 21-year-old living by herself. Y'all heard that right. I'm 21, but that's beside the point. Look at what the fuck I just had to deal with. Oh! Y'all be like in the comments, leave the dogs in the cage. They should be able to hold it. Bitch, this big bitch broke out the fucking cage. Got the other dog out the fucking cage. Ate all the dog food. Shit everywhere. I rented out a carpet cleaner from Lowe's, but my phone said too much storage, so it stopped recording when I was carpet cleaning, and I didn't even know. But I told my father to come and clean it all up, and he did not. So it was just left for me to clean up for his dogs, and that really pissed me off. So you know what I said, y'all. Get these dogs out today. I don't know where you take them, but they can't stay here. Not no more. So he came to...
The whole house is toast after that.
There were like, if you look at the beginning, this is not our typical cringe, but if you look at the beginning, there's like 7 piles of shit in like a 4 square foot area.
So how long were they locked up?
And so that's the, like, obviously this is disgusting and she has to clean it and do the thing, but she said her dad had 2 of these dogs or something. So I think it was 4 total dogs, and they broke out, and she's wondering, how did this happen? It's like, I think you left the dogs locked up for 36 hours straight while you went to a concert with your friends. And the dogs had to get out.
They thought that you weren't coming back.
Yeah.
And they had to get out, and then they ate food and shit everywhere.
I think this is like something too where like, I'm 21 years old, I got 2 dogs. Why? Why do so many young people after college, a lot of girls especially, kind of get a dog. They get a dog, and it's kind of in the age where you're traveling a lot, you're about to go do something, and you always have long nights out with your friends and stuff. I think a lot of people get dogs too early and for kind of no reason, just because it's something to do. And then they're neglectful during like the first 9 months of having a puppy when it's the most important to be there to teach them something.
Yeah.
And then you come home to a shit house.
The shit's everywhere.
Whole house is shit house.
And your whole house is covered in shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't our typical cringe.
There's a buried lead there where she's like, man, these dogs went crazy. And it's like, what did you do? Because you must have been gone for like, oh, I slept over at my cousin's house, and then we went to brunch, and then we went to the concert. And I said, oh, yeah, I got 4 dogs at home. And the whole place is shitted up. There's a little thing on social media where people play too much.
Yeah, they're giving away a little too much. So, all right, our final piece of cringe. Cracker Barrel rebrand. Everyone knows what happened there.
We mostly skipped this story. I didn't care. It's just another woman doing marketing and kind of ruining an established brand because it's something to do. She was bored that weekend.
Exactly. So we're going to play what the new Cracker Barrels look like. And the CEO did this, like you said, some stupid lady who got made CEO. Mm-hmm. And then she says, we should switch it up.
Yeah.
You know, that thing that's worked for like 50 years.
I got to do something, right?
And then everyone goes, well, you're the CEO. What should it be? And she says, well, we should make the Cracker Barrel, which is like a rustic, old-timey country store styled restaurant. Let's make it sleek, like the New York City restaurants that I like to go to. And they go, okay. And it obviously didn't work. And they're getting blown out. They're kind of backtracking now and saying, oh, the old guy's staying in the pictures, just not at the restaurant, but on the street signs he will. And
we were bamboozled by a marketing thing.
Here's what
we're given bad advice, basically.
Exactly, given very bad advice. And you took the lead of this stupid woman who wanted to do something, like the Bud Light people. We should try to appeal to a different audience instead of frat kids.
Yeah.
How'd that work? And then we have a picture here. Here's all you had to do. Sydney Sweeney in a tight shirt.
Huge.
And you might think, oh, that costs a lot of money to get her. Does it cost less money than switching every chair and every table and every sign and every menu?
Doubt.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So that was a big mistake by them, and they're paying for it.
Yeah, there's something weird, not to drag this on too much because I don't really care about this, but there's something weird about the restlessness in trying to change when, if you're an American business who's been around for like 50 plus years, like you've made it. Mm-hmm. You're settled and you have a reputation. And if you want to make that reputation better or something, fine. But I got bored and decided to do a rebrand is so dumb. You have all this built up goodwill from people who have been going for years and years and years.
And it's a lot of times it's like a gender thing where it's like a woman, like the Bud Light person and this Cracker Barrel person, where it's like, well, here's what the men have done. It's time for a woman's point of view. And then they ruin it.
Yeah, it's very strange. You never like just throw away the capital that you've built up.
Yeah. And everyone like kind of didn't realize how much they like Cracker Barrel. You never hear people talking about it before this. But now it's like, no, we want the old Cracker Barrel. Maybe we didn't appreciate what we had while we had it.
I like Cracker Barrel, and I have fond memories of going to Cracker Barrel on like road trips. Like I'd go play a basketball tournament when I was a kid or travel baseball or something, and Cracker Barrel's off every highway, and I'd get one of those giant jawbreakers, really big ones, and I'd work on that in the back seat.
That's
hours.
good.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on.
Now some bitch ruined it.
For nothing.
Can't even go.
For nothing. Yeah. All right, let's move on to Urban Decay. All right, Urban Decay. Our first clip is someone taking a bath in LA using the fire hydrant.
I don't know if you call that a bath, but it's just fire hydrant on ass with 3 layers of pants. You know, homeless people, they're always layered up.
They got all their clothes on them.
Yeah, they have to wear it all.
They don't have a dresser. You know, I see both sides here.
I was gonna say at least this person probably got a stinky ass, and yeah, it's a public nuisance, but maybe that's better long term.
Probably felt great.
Yeah,
it feels good.
Yeah, it probably feels.
And
good.
It cleans out their butt.
Okay. Fair. So not even an Urban Decay. Should we move it to Uplifting Gold?
Oh, I almost did put it there.
All right.
Next, this black woman beats up these white people.
At the mall food court, and a guy tries to break it up, and she wants to attack him.
She fighting everybody.
And then here comes janitor. Oh. Head kick, hair pull. Gotta beat up that white bitch.
So that wasn't pretty. What happened? So that's obviously not pretty.
Yeah.
And even the person who comes to break it up, she swings on him too. So it kind of shows she was a little loose with the swinging.
Yeah, definitely. She was gung-ho, looking for everybody.
And that's kind of the energy of that clip. And then this next section. We called it Black People That Keep Punching Even After the Guy is Knocked Out section.
Okay.
And it involves a couple clips. I'm going to give you guys some background. This is like a story in 5 clips.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, Kick, the streaming site, had a wrestling WWF style live stream. And Rajah Jackson, who is Rampage Jackson's son, was involved in it, and he was going to be participating in one of the fights, right?
Rampage Jackson is a famous Ultimate UFC fighter.
Yep. And before the fight, Raja Jackson is speaking with Sicko Stu, who he was going to be going up against in the wrestling match, which is obviously fake fighting. And Sicko Stu kind of talks to him in character, which is what the wrestlers do. And this is the pre-fight meetup right here.
You don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's what.
Oh, you gonna sell it? He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down. Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it?
Dude, he's not a fucking worker, bro. What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will fuck him up, bro.
I know you will. We're good.
I will fuck him up, bro.
So that was a wrestling trick. The beer can never touched his head. He squashes it in his hand before he makes contact. Sicko Stu is doing his character, and they're like promoting the event. So it's a performance, but Raja felt disrespected.
Yeah. And, you know, I get it. I'd be like, what the fuck? Did I sign up for this? Maybe this isn't good. Maybe I need to get the fuck out of here.
But the wrestler, Sicko Stu, the real wrestler, he kind of couldn't tell if Raja was like in or out of character.
He said, are you going to sell it? You can hear him say, are you going to sell it? Meaning like overact and whatever.
Yeah. And like
wrestling, theater. Remember, wrestling is half theater.
That's the key takeaway. Wrestling is like a performance. And also Sicko Stu is like a military vet who uses wrestling to like help with his PTSD and help other veterans that have PTSD. He's like a nice guy, right? But Raja was a little too low IQ to do the performance and buy in and like, what's it called? Disbelief?
Yeah, suspend disbelief.
Suspend disbelief.
Or figure it out. Or,
and like
or
play
get
a
the vibe
character.
that
And
I'm in a wrestling environment right now. And
we're trying to sell the event on the streaming service. Yeah. And everyone's going crazy, but he like takes it very seriously. And after that happened, they have an apology where they shake hands.
I apologize. I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were camera.
I get it.
We're not working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your matches. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it.
So he apologized to him. Hey, I didn't know what was going on. Blah blah blah. It's all good. And
apology accepted, basically.
Apology accepted. Everyone's on good terms. Then here's the event. Raja in this clip is supposed to jump in the ring, double leg takedown, and throw a couple fake punches. But he kind of blacks. He sees red and forgets what to do. So the real wrestlers kind of pin him against the corner.
So he knocks him out and throws like 23 punches and then keeps fighting other people.
Real N-word shit.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, his dad's like a championship UFC guy. He has like a lot to lose. He's probably rich. He wants to be an MMA fighter himself.
He's probably on the come up. He's got good genetics for it. Like, being a legitimate fighter, not a cheap shotter, right?
Yeah. So he has a lot to lose, but he still saw red and couldn't help it. Yeah. And some people say it's because he has an underdeveloped frontal cortex because of the slope of his forehead. Yeah. But that's a little racist, and I'm not going to say that.
But that does look like a slope that I haven't seen before. Let me check mine really quick. Fully developed.
Mine goes straight up.
Nah, yours is a little slanted too. Yours is a little fucked up. How do you explain Somalis then? What happens in their bulbous head? Well, they're really dumb.
They have huge brains.
Okay. Mega mind.
They're mega mind. So after the fight is done, after he does that, here's him walking in the street and like explaining why he did that and why he got so mad.
Motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit. One of them was a bitch and fucking bit me. I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Come on, man. We're leaving, man. We're walking away, bro. Let's not take it serious. Let's go.
He's tired of everyone playing with him and shit, disrespecting him and shit.
Yeah.
The low IQ repeating. Mm-hmm. And you wonder, where did he learn this? I actually found a clip. Here's how his dad handled a fan tapping him on the shoulder to say hello.
I can't pay with this thing?
No. No, I don't, Don.
I just want to say what's up.
Bro, do you tap people on the back like
Oh,
that?
sorry.
Bro, that's rude as fuck, bro.
I'm so sorry.
Nobody like that. Turn around. Come here. Turn around. How you like that?
I'm so sorry.
Think about it. How you like that?
No, I just grew up watching your fights.
So you come tap people on the back like that?
Nah, dude.
Are you serious? Are you serious though, bro?
I'm so sorry.
I just want come on, come closer. That's a social experiment. Did you like that?
No, not really.
So why you do it to me?
I just wanted to grab your attention, that's all.
You can say my name, bro. I got ears, bro.
Alright, sorry.
Don't ever tap a grown man on his back like that, bro.
No worries,
What's your
sorry.
name?
Nathan.
How old are you?
I'm 21. I just turned 21.
Man, goddamn, you old enough to get your ass kicked.
Yeah, sorry. I just grew up watching your fights.
You look at my son. Look at my son looking at you.
Yeah, sorry. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.
I'm gonna get the fuck away from you two now.
So everything is seen as disrespect because they're too stupid to put themselves in another person's shoes. So for Raja Jackson, he's like, is this wrestler trying to really fight me right now?
He keeps playing with me.
Yeah.
He keeps playing with me.
Is this nice, quiet Asian guy trying to disrespect Rampage Jackson at Costco?
Nah.
Is he trying to fight you at Costco and disrespect you, the little Asian guy?
I don't think so. I think he grew up watching your fights, which he said multiple times.
Yeah, and they can't think. They can't put themselves in someone else's shoes. Is this little Asian guy trying to disrespect Rampage Jackson?
Yeah, I think so, actually. I think he wants to knock you out in the Costco, in the checkout line.
In the Costco?
And no, you can't pay with your Costco card. That's just your membership, Rampage. You fucking retard.
You know, like that's what we're dealing with here. Yeah. And we actually have another clip that's in the same vein. This guy is teaching his son lessons, and listen to the lesson.
Are you scared of the teachers?
No.
What do you do if somebody messes with you?
Beat them up.
How bad?
Really bad.
And are you afraid of getting in trouble from the teachers?
No.
If somebody does you wrong?
No.
Are you afraid of talking back to a teacher if they disrespect you?
No.
So stand on that, alright?
Alright.
Don't let me hear about you going against those rules, alright?
Alright.
Have a good day.
Ask him again.
What?
What's the number one rule?
What's the number one rule?
They're wasting time.
So, it's not fatherlessness that's the issue. Because if you think about it too, like, oh, all the fathers, it's a fatherlessness issue. Well, all the fathers that abandon the kids, if you put them in the house with the kids, you think they're going to teach them anything?
Yo, here's how you put the switch on. I don't know. This was just retarded. And this energy is so weird, too. Like, he's standing 2 feet away from him, staring at him, almost intimidating him, talking in, like, a very low IQ, slow voice. He waits to go through the lessons. Like, the kid says no, and then it's like 1,000, 2,000. All right, next question.
It's all about being disrespected. And, like, respect is commanded and earned. You don't just get respect. And also, like, what's being reinforced here? Like, how do you get dad to be proud of you? You beat up people really bad.
Really bad.
You talk back to the teachers.
Yeah.
You don't listen. You're not a polite kid to the teachers.
Yeah.
So,
very weird. And then it makes me wonder, remember how we talked about how Carmelo Anthony came from a full family?
yeah.
What kind of lessons was he getting before being sent off to stab a white kid in a tent?
He probably felt disrespected.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this next sentence in a racist way, but isn't that advice the father's giving what a gorilla would say to their son if they could talk? Like, it's all about respect. If someone disrespects you or looks you in the eye, you beat them up really bad.
You could argue that. I have no way of knowing.
Make sure no one looks you in the eye and make sure they look away when you're around. It's all about
Caesar,
respect.
give them your hand.
It's all
Caesar.
about respect. And if they don't, you beat them up really bad. That's what like a gorilla does.
Yeah, I guess.
And I found a funny boomer meme. Before, did you talk politely to your teacher? Now, did your teacher talk politely to you? Everyone's worried about getting disrespected from the teacher. What are you talking about?
Very strange.
Can you read?
Yeah.
Does the kid know how to do work? We have another fight here. This is in Delaware. We're going to censor this one too because it's brutal, but it's the same thing. Punching after the guy's knocked out.
He's knocked out. What's up, nigga? He's knocked out.
And a girl is the first one trying to stop him, interestingly enough.
And the guy's just dead now. He must have disrespected him. Like, what could have really happened that would justify that?
We get one of these every week, man. One of these every week. And this week we got 2, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, that's the end of Urban Decay. Don't get too down or too depressed. Moving on to Uplifting Gold, and we have some really uplifting stuff today. All right, our first clip of Uplifting Gold. This is some urban individuals enjoying a night out, and they have some demands.
I'm not waiting no more longer for no oyster. That motherfucking boy. We need the oyster.
Where the fucking octopus at?
Oh, I get it. We showed that on Bonus Land, I think. I'm not waiting for oysters. Where the octopus at?
Sometimes they do funny lines. Like, that's a funny line.
That's hilarious. It's very uplifting for us, not people at the restaurant.
No, I hate those people, but technically, like, they hit some funny lines.
Sunglasses and the head cover.
Loud in the restaurant.
Where the octopus?
But that's funny for social media.
That's
I guess.
great.
I don't know.
It's uplifting. People like seafood towers, too. Yeah. All right, next, this is a cop who saved a turtle.
Giant tortoise. Probably 100 years old.
We didn't know what to do with the tortoise. This is the conclusion that we reached. It's going to come to the station with us. There's Blastoise in his glory. He is strong. All right, guys. Found the turtle's owners. His name is Indy. There he is. Just hanging out in there.
Hanging out in his little habitat.
Yep.
Winter home.
Doesn't want to stay in there, though. He wants to leave.
He wants to leave.
That's a wrap.
Get your food. I'll go get you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice cop. I hope he's a show watcher.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Thank you, show watcher cop.
All right, next we have a gun drill at a school in Missouri, and they try to surprise the kids.
These are teachers.
This goes to a whole nother level. I want you to remember everything that we've talked about. When an active shooter event happens, it can happen in an instant.
Somebody get the gun.
Somebody get the gun. If you watch this is the type of video you could play over 100 times or 20 times and watch each individual, and you pick your favorites. This one's one of my favorites, this Asian lady over here. She kind of never gets involved, but slowly runs towards it, like it's giving the appearance of trying to help.
As if that's what would happen.
And then this guy is going, somebody get the gun, when he's cowering the whole time.
Somebody get the gun. That's pretty good.
Good shit.
All right, next there's
That's some Michael Scott, The Office shit.
Yeah.
Bringing a gun and doing a blank fire on an active shooter drill.
Yeah.
That's like some Michael Scott.
All right, next this guy has a cool cat setup for his cat. So the cat runs all over. You see him going? All over. He goes fast. He likes it. He jumps, goes up and down, goes down the hall. Him and his buddy.
That's fun.
They like it.
That's
go
fun.
fast. And you don't even need those parts of the wall. What are you doing with the top quarter of the wall?
You like cats?
I like outdoor cats.
Okay.
Growing up, we always had like 2 or 3 outdoor cats.
They keep the mice away.
We live next to a farm, so they'd keep the mice away.
Yeah.
And I had outdoor dogs too. I lived in New York, so it's like it got cold in the winter, and there would be some nights where it was cold and they would sleep inside on a towel in the kitchen. But outdoor dogs, like 100% outdoor dogs, that doesn't exist anymore. They call the cops on you now.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys know if you live in like the country, maybe.
Yeah.
But we had like 2 outdoor dogs, 3 outdoor cats. It was a nice setup. Indoor cats I don't really like because they smell like piss, they give you parasites, and they don't respect enough.
That's fair. I
Yeah.
think they're low maintenance though, and I like cats. They're cool. But dogs are better. I'm a dog guy.
Dog's better. Cat's okay. They're still cool, like mini tigers.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I would get a Maine Coon if I was going to get a cat. I'd get like a bit cat.
Okay.
Or the cat with no fur, it's just the skin.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Well, those are
Wrinkled.
nice.
Get him a little fat too, so he's fat and wrinkly. That's funny.
And then you maybe put clothes on him.
Yeah, a little tuxedo.
He's like, he's just a weird guy. He's a weird human.
I
He's
like
not
that.
a cat. Yeah, you're coming around.
I like that.
All right, next, these people try to get rid of a rat or a mouse, and it goes as bad as it can go.
2 rats.
So, first of all, like, the one fell in, 1 for 1.
Pretty good. One fell into the bucket. Pretty good.
And then this next one falls in too. Like, they have it. They did it. Then one gets out. And now one gets out and is on you and is touching you. You touch the rat.
Yep.
And now the bucket's gone and the rats are in the house. Nothing was accomplished.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Is that uplifting gold or is that just funny?
It's uplifting. Because it's funny. And it's funny, if you laugh, it uplifts you.
Anything can be an uplifting gold, guys.
Yeah. It's at the end of the show. No one's even here.
Now, this one I know is not uplifting. Man Shoots Bear is the title of this. What's this doing in
This
uplifting
is the
gold?
Pure Americana clip of the week.
Okay.
There's a bear in this guy's house, and he doesn't know what it is. He probably thinks it's a migrant or an urban teenager, loud movie theater goer.
Okay.
But he handles it.
Walking around, got the flashlight attachment.
It's huge.
That's so huge.
I have one on my gun. You can't see anything.
Oh! He reacted quick. Shot the bear.
And now you have a bear.
Yeah, you get that pelt.
Or you do whatever you want with it.
My God. Oh my God.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But it's a good, strong guy who saved his family from the bear.
How'd that bear get in?
But guys, the flashlight attachment, even if you don't have a gun, shining a flashlight at night at someone in your house, they can't see anything. It's just like, all you go is like this.
No, that's good. Flashlight. And that's how some murderers, they used to do that. Because you kind of can't see them, you know?
They flashlight you?
They flashlight you. Like, who was it?
That
Maybe
guy
the Zodiac or somebody, like one of those killers. You flashlight them, and then they can't see you, and they're defensive. So if there's a burglar in your house, it's a good system.
Very good system. All right, well, that's the end of the show. Thank you guys for watching all the way through. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. FuckUsTalks.com for a 30-minute bonus land. 30-minute bonus land dropping right now.
Okay.
It's going to be a good one. We have great clips.
All right, thank you. Thanks for showing up.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you on Friday.
I'm not waiting no more longer for no oyster.
That motherfucking boy.
We need the oyster.
Where the fucking octopus at?